Hello and welcome back to the island of Chance and Typhoon. My name is Corinne and I haven't been here for a full month. Yes, it's been drastic. Yes, I apologize. I'm not going to talk more about it besides this, but I have to say I'm sorry for anyone I disappointed. And the reason I was gone is for my mental health, to be fully honest. But in this video, it's super exciting. I am going to be finishing decorating this island. So if this is your first video that you stumbled across, this is my island that I've played called the Chance Challenge. It's a challenge that is all based on chance. And in this video, I literally don't follow the challenge at all. So I am just finishing up decorating, and that is what you're going to see here. So in this section of the video, I'm going to be decorating the shopping district, is like what I like to call it, which is of course Nooks and Abel's, and then also my house, which I will be turning into a bar slash brewery, which you will see a little bit later. But hi, this is the intro. We're getting right into decorating because this video is going to be probably close to an hour long, if not an hour long. So hi, I missed you guys. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to get decorating. Also, my voice has kind of gone, so I have like a little raspy moment going, so hopefully that is okay. So when I was decorating this area of the island, it was all kind of close and like tight together. I didn't really have a place to put a bunch of like items because I ended up putting the shop so close together, but I still think it turned out cute. I added some like sewing items and clothing items and things like that to where Abel's is, and then I tried to make the rest of the area as like downtowny as possible. This is a forest core island, so it is very naturey, definitely nature heavy, but this is kind of just the one part that really isn't nature heavy, or I tried not to be. A few videos back, I put down all of these trees in the back to separate the campsite from the shopping district, all the trees that are behind the house and the shops. And overall, I think it turned out really cute. Also on the side of Nooks, I added a bunch of cardboard items and just like shopping carts and shopping baskets, and I kind of just wanted it to feel like there was like overflow inventory next to the stores, and then added in some benches and cute other items to make it feel like it's like kind of like a downtown area. That was the goal of everything. So I also had this area next to my house where I kind of just like carried over what I was doing at Nooks and brought it over here because I didn't really know what else to put there, to be completely honest. So, and I added the storage shed, which helped a lot with getting out items and having items in a timely manner, getting items in a timely manner instead of it being annoying. I think that's the right way to say it. And I put my mailbox on the beach, and my mailbox is staying on the beach. So live, laugh, love that for me. This area is really small, but kind of self-explanatory. I added that little sign because this is a brewery slash bar, as I said, and we'll see the inside of that later. So why did I decide to just decorate this and not do any chance things for these builds that I'm going to be doing in this video, or completing in this video? Also, same as why I haven't been here, mental health. I just needed this island to be done, and I can talk a little bit more about that later because I'm going to send you back to normal Corinne because I found a campsite villager. So as I was playing, I found we were time traveling, and there was of course a campsite villager visiting, and I actually did spin the wheel to see if I was going to keep them, and I did say yes, but I lost that footage just like I lost all of the audio for this video because it was a month ago and I hate myself for it. But that's okay, we're back and we are positive and keeping a positive attitude. But the campsite villager was Billy, who I love. And so I went through the normal procedure with Billy, getting him to move onto the island and eventually he asked to kick Huck off the island. And with Chance, I wasn't able to restart. I wasn't able to say no. I had to take Billy, and honestly, I wasn't mad about Huck going because he's honestly not like the most farm core villager, and I really did want Billy onto the island. So I went to say goodbye to our sweet baby boy Huck, who has treated us so well. Also, I feel like as this video is going to go on, my voice is going to just get worse and worse and worse. So I do apologize. I won't talk about it again, but I do apologize that I am a little sicky. So my voice is a little not good, a little raspy. But this is me saying goodbye to Huck. So sad. He was an amazing part of this island, but he will be missed. But Billy will be a better fit for the island, honestly. So now that I've moved on from the shopping district, I have now moved to the front right of resident services, right in front of our lake. Not right in front of our lake, in front of our lake. And I am going to make a farmer's market. A farmer's market is something that I've wanted to build on the island the entire time I've had the island. And the main reason why I decided to step away from the AI picks my island, the Chance designs for this video in this build is because I just wanted full creative freedom for it. And so that's what I decided to do. I kind of got like really, really sick of this island really, really fast. I am a chronic restarter. I love new. I love like just doing whatever I want all the time. And Chance was fun for a while, and it was a good way to mix up my gameplay, but I am literally craving restarting an island. So I'm going to have this video, we're going to finish it. You'll see the build. I'll walk through all the new builds, and then we have one more video of where I toured the entire island, and then that is going to be it for Chance, which is crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. But actually building the farmer's market, we got to lay down some paths. So I connected the path next to resident services that you saw that went into our path that goes along our lake. And then now I am laying out the dirt path, basically the dirt square for the farmer's market to put all the stands and the stalls. I also got a lot of this inspiration from Pinterest and then also just other parts of the island. My Pinterest is always linked down below if you would like to see it. But it was like, I really had to like puzzle in, like fit this market in here, and I do absolutely adore how it turned out. But I'm not going to bore you with all of me laying down path. Basically, I just make this a giant rectangle and fill it all in. I did have to kind of fill out the island though, or finish out the island paths to lead into the farmer's market. So I added our main island path from resident services to the left side of the market, and then I went and filled in some path from the right side of the market to the bridge that leads over into our shopping district. At the end of the video, I will do a whole tour of all of the new parts of what we built in this video to do some like wave finding, so it kind of makes more sense, hopefully. Also, I just want to say, like, I adore this island. I love the journey that I've been on with this island, but burnout is real, and I am just ready for a fresh start, especially for this channel. I feel like I haven't been great, and like, you guys are the best, and I really do appreciate the family that we have on here. So I just want some better content for you guys and more manageable things for me, and I think that we can definitely do this with a fresh start with a new island. And if you were wondering, no, my Kid Core island is not going away. I will be finishing that one eventually. That is like my dream island. I've always wanted to make a Kid Core island, so that one is just going to take me probably forever to finish. But if you have suggestions for my next island theme for when I restart, please let me know. I would love to hear them. I am thinking of doing a forever island, but I have not decided yet. I am so excited to get started with that, and I just I'm jazzed, okay? I'm like jazzed up to start a new island. But for coming back to Chance, I just connected these paths to make it look a little bit nicer for the island. Also, I will be updating the dream address, or I'll be posting the dream address under this video But when this first goes up, it will be the old dream address, so you won't be able to see this build because the island's done, so I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. But when my full island tour is updated, then all the DAs will be updated, of course. So yeah, just gotta finish this path over here, and I will be filling in this filler area as well. Don't you worry. But yeah, pathing it up. So now we fill. We do some filler. We now we fill. This is all a filler area. This is the forest that's part of the entrance. Which if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. I love the entrance. It's very simple but very effective and very cute. But I had this like kind of like blank area and I needed to fill it in, so I filled it in with some of the items that I've been using for filler all over the island, including some gyroid buddies. There are gyroids hidden all over the island in every single build, so definitely go check those out. Also, I know this build is super close to the beach, so I might as well mention that none of the beaches are decorated and they were not going to get decorated. I'm not a beach decorator unless the island like really calls for it, I guess. And there are so many flowers on the beach that I can't even handle it, to be completely honest. So I'm not going to clean them up. But I will say this, there are some areas near the beach that I've decorated that I did not put on, or I did not, I was going to say I did not put on camera, but I did not film. So in the full island tour, you will see some of the secret areas. But if you do come visit, one, I will leave some gifts out, of course, so you can dress in cute attire, which you will see eventually in the island tour. I love how much I'm hinting to this video. And then you will also be able to see the hidden items. So filler area to the left with all of the flowers and the mush items. The mush log is really like come in clutch for this these builds. I have been obsessed with it. And now we are going to start on the actual farmer's market. So I accidentally lost the footage of me actually putting down all of these stalls and everything, but here they all are. This is what is going to make up all of the booths of the farmer's market, a bunch of different stalls, and then also project tables, which I love. They're like my favorite item in the game. Also all these codes I will link down below that are on the stalls if you are interested, because they are very, very cute. I did use some of them in the flower build if you want to go check that one out. It's super cute as well. But I really like how this like area turned out with like the spacing of the stalls, and I think I did a really good job with that. One thing that I really wanted to do was I had a bunch of ideas, right, for what each of the stalls theme was going to be, but I really wanted to tie in some of the other parts of the island. So I will be talking about some other builds, previous builds that I've done a lot in this video. So if you haven't checked them out, I will do a shameless plug and tell you to check them out, or at least make sure you come back for the full island tour so you can see what I am talking about. Basically, let's just say some of our villagers are little entrepreneurs, and they did a dang good job at it, and they have little stands at our farmer's market. So the first stand is a coffee stand. I really like, oh my god, Apollo's so cute in the background. I really like a coffee shop build. That's like some of my favorite builds to have on islands, but I actually did not have a coffee shop for this island, so I had to include one in the farmer's market. So I used a bunch of different coffee items, coffee bags, tea cups / coffee cups, all that good stuff. And I threw a vintage stool in the back. I also decided a little bit later that I am going to add in gyroids to sit on and run all the stands. So that ends up happening, which is super cute. I also threw in those planter bags, or what is it? Burlap sacks? Burlap bags? Burlap? Not burlap, burlap. I don't know. I put those bags in the back to look like espresso bean bags. I think they are pretty dang effective. And I tried to throw in this tree, and it kind of worked, you know. But it was a little tiny coffee stand, super cute, really easy. It's just a build that I always like to have on the island. Also, all the villagers are out to freaking play today. I also then got these coffee shelf codes. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be Starbucks shelf codes, but they look like coffee shelves to me, normal ones. I mean, if you want to call this a Starbucks stand, feel free. Does not matter to me. But I added those in the back because it gave it more like dimension. Then this stand, moving on, is like my favorite stand that I did. Also, I know I said I would stop about talking about being sick, but my voice is literally, I am out of breath and I am losing my voice. This voiceover is so hard, but I already didn't make a video for a month, so I don't want to stop now. I'm like literally losing it. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the bakery stand, and you won't see this now, but you will see it at the end of the video because I lost the footage for it. Yay! But one of the villagers' yards is a bakery yard. Super last minute, really cute, works well. But I wanted to make a bakery stand, and so that's what I did. And then I was like, you know what? I'm making stands of like little versions of some of the yards, so why not make a yard version of the bakery stand? And the bakery looks so good. Like, it looks so freaking good. Look at that. Look at all the bread. Look at everything. The pretzels. And then I found these cute little bakery shelves. Obsessed. I like really like how this one turned out. Also, the what did I just say? The antique low table, which is that table in the front of this little tiny stand, is my saver for this build. Like, these builds, there's a few of them in this whole farmers market. So cute, literally so cute. But yeah, I was a really big fan of the bakery area. I thought it looked adorable, and it made me build a yard, which we will see at the end of the video. Okay, next, moving on. I don't even know which one this is. Oh, this is going to be the fruit stand? Yes, this is going to be the fruit stand. This one, I was kind of running out of ideas of what to do. I'm not going to lie. And I really like the jars. Like the jars, items like the jam. And so that's what I wanted to do. I ended up switching the fruit stand over here. That's why I got so confused. I was like, is that the fruit stand? I don't think it is. But I wanted to make this like a fruit stand, but also with a focus on jamming. Especially like, you know, like this island's going to be set in like the fall, so maybe it's not like every fruit season. So I added in the adorable little jam jars, which I think are so cute. And I'm very happy that I included them in this build. I also used these custom designs to lay down umbrellas that look like they're fruit baskets. I have the peaches one, and then I have a few others that I will lay down as we go through. I used these on my FarmCore island in the first time I ever made a farmer's market, which is very ugly if you go back and look at it. That's like my first ever video, which is funny. But I think these ones turned out so cute. Or like the baskets just looked so good. They really did look like barrels, and they just added a little oomph to the fruit stand, especially because like I felt like I needed a fruit stand for a farmer's market, because like what's a farmer's market without like some fresh produce, you know? And fruit's just cute. Let's be real. Fruit is just cute. So now we're coming back over here. I was clearly all over the place with which stalls I wanted to do. And this is going to be our plant stall. So if you remember, in our neighborhood, there is a plant build where they have a plant shop. Right now up there is Zucker and Patty. Patty's been there the whole time. And so they have a stand down in the farmer's market, and this is their stand. So I just kind of got a bunch of miscellaneous plants and flowers and flower seeds and flower starters and like threw them all together. And then I used some backgrounds for the simple panels of some of the backgrounds that I used for the original flower shop build, which is fun because it ties into the original like neighborhood build, but also it looks cute. So those go up eventually. And then over here is actually the reason why I wanted to build a farmer's market, because I made a record stand, which I think is so cute. So it's a whole record stand. It's like a little music area, but it's like a record store, but it's at a farmer's market, which, have I ever seen anyone sell records at a farmer's market? No. But look at this and tell me that you don't think it's cute. You know, like, it's just so adorable. It just makes me really happy. And I really wanted to do something with all these fun items, and I got to. So now, as I am building, and I will talk about the build a little bit, but you guys get the gist of what's going on. I would like to talk a little bit about Chance and why I have come to the decision to end the island and kind of stop doing the challenge, and some of the benefits that the challenge did for me. The first thing, to start off on a positive note, Chance literally cured my burnout at the time. I started this island months ago, and I had burnout. I started this island in February of this year, and it is now November. I'm literally recording this voiceover on November 1st, even though I actually finished this island in the beginning of October, which is crazy. But Chance got me back interested in Animal Crossing again. I actually restarted an island that was barely finished to start Chance, and I wanted to do a challenge, and this is a challenge that I decided to do. And I am so happy that I did it. It was fun. It was challenging, of course. It definitely tested some of my ability to decorate, but it was overall really just, I'm really happy that I did it, especially with how the island did turn out. But you might say, if you're happy with everything, why are you restarting so soon? I am a chronic restarter, as I said. So I just am ready for something new, ready for something fresh, ready for a new vibe. That's just where I'm at. Also, I do really love the villagers on this island, but I'm ready to have full control of villager hunting again, because with Chance, I dreaded villager hunting, and villager hunting is one of my favorite parts of the game. My throat is giving out. So that is one reason why I'm ready to restart, is for the villager aspect and the full control. Another reason is actually one of my friends, her name is Lindsay, recently started playing Animal Crossing for the first time, and she is at the beginning stages of the game, and I want to play the beginning of stages of the game because she's playing the beginning stages of the game. So there's that. Also, I can take my time with the beginning stages of the game because I do have another island, my Kit Court island, going on, that I can decorate and build with that island to get that little fix going, while I am taking my time with the beginning stages of the game. Also, one thing with Chance that was really hard is that I needed to record absolutely everything that I was doing on my island. And obviously, I want content for you. Wait, pause in this conversation. This is going to be the mushroom stand. If you remember, Jeremiah's house is a mushroom farm, so he has a little stand here as well. This stand was super cute, and I loved adding the mush log into the build, so I had to put that in there. But I had to film absolutely everything that I was doing for Chance, because I needed to plan out the island, AI planned the island for me. So it was every second that I was playing, a Chance opportunity would come up where I would have to spin a wheel or go to AI or flip a coin, and I needed to be recording all of that. So it's going to be nice to have a new island where I can play by myself, and if I want to do a build off camera, I can do a build off camera, because I know I've said it already, but I am really considering making this new island my forever island. It's perfect timing, because the Switch that I'm restarting is my Switch OLED, so it's my better Switch, better quality, better to play Animal Crossing on, less lagging. So that's it just kind of fell in place. And that was the mushroom stand, and now we have our final stand here at the farmer's market, which is actually going to be a candle making stand. So the record stand and the record shop stand and this stand, the candle making stand, is actually why my two biggest drivers to making a farmer's market. I was saving this one to maybe make a yard out of, but it just never came about because really there's not enough items, in my opinion, to make like a good solid candle melting area stand. So I was happy to do it here in the smaller scope of things. That big pot is supposed to, we're all going to pretend has wax in it. And I know there's like that little coffee machine too, coffee burner, whatever, test tube, I don't know what the item's called, but we're going to pretend that's melting wax, all for candle making. So the final touches I had was to add some weeds to the area and some flowers to kind of make it look, you know, less neat and clean. And then also add in gyroids to every single one of the booths. The only one that I really like is there's a Brewster gyroid, of course, at the coffee booth. That's the only one that's like super notable. I like all of them. I shouldn't say the only one I really like. I like all. Gyroids are like my favorite part of the game. But I added in all the gyroids and some weeds, and that would be the farmer's market. And then we will do the final walkthrough at the end of the video. And then this area I didn't really know what to do with, but I realized that I normally have areas all over the island with storage sheds and trash cans and DIY tables and all that stuff, and I didn't have any on this island, so I decided to put a storage shed here with just some other things. I don't think I left the pipe there. I know there is a pipe there, but I think I just left the DIY table and the storage shed in the end. So also, you know what I want to talk about right now is, why does my voice sound like this? Why is my voice, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but you know what? I've actually never talked about why I lose my voice so much on anywhere but like with people that I like in my normal life. So, fun fact about me is I have nodes. I suffer from nodes. Just kidding. If you ever seen I'm not kidding. I have nodules on my vocal cords. If you ever seen Pitch Perfect, I think her name is Brittany, but one of the girls she has to get surgery on her vocal cords because she has nodes. It's called like, I used to think it was called notes when I was little, so sometimes I second guess myself what it's actually called, but then in the movie she can like hit the low notes in the final song. If that's a spoiler, I apologize. The movie came out years ago. But basically, I have nodules on my vocal cords. I've had them since I was 3 years old. They developed from me screaming. Yes, from me screaming. Because I am the youngest of my family and no one paid attention to me. I'm kidding. I don't know. I screamed a lot as a kid. But when I got them checked out because my family was worried about me, they were like, okay, you have nodules on your vocal cords. To my mom, because I was 3. She has nodules on her vocal cords. She should get them removed when she's 12. My mom, but they're not life-threatening, right? My mom didn't want me to go into surgery or like go under for a non-life-threatening thing. Like, she didn't want me to have a surgery for something that I didn't need to have a surgery for, which I get. This is not me saying that my mom should have made me get a surgery, but I didn't, so I just have them now. I just vibe with them, and so I lose my voice probably minimum twice a year. But when I lose it, it's gone for a hot minute. So I was sick over a week ago, and now my voice has been gone for 2 weeks. So I love that for me. And I'm okay now. It's just that this process in recording this video and doing this voiceover is extremely, extremely difficult. It's taking me triple the amount of time that it normally takes me, and I am only halfway through. So yes, that is what's going on. I have nodules on my vocal cords. Oh, and if I got the surgery now, you might be wondering, it would be 50 times more painful, and the recovery would be like twice as bad if I got the surgery now. So, live, laugh, love, heart, heart, heart. Love that for me. Okay, but what am I doing in the game? I am finishing up the touches on the farmer's market, which we will see the final end product to later. But I just wanted to make it more chance vibes, more forest core vibes. And then I filled in some of the blank space, shot of Taylor Swift behind the farmer's market as well. Hello for you guys. This is the same day, of course, but it is the next day for me, and my voice is still basically gone, but I'm hoping that it's better because I literally, from recording a voiceover, destroyed my voice and couldn't talk for the rest of the night. So, and I was only halfway done. So I love that for me. But after the farmer's market was over, I came up to this little two-house cliff neighborhood, mini neighborhood thing, I guess you could say. Um, it's Shep's house, and then I actually forgot who the other person is. Maybe it's Bo because I'm talking to Bo, but we will see that at the end of when I do the tour of everything that we have built in this video. Basically, I did that little lookout area on a live, and I just kind of changed the tourist lookout thing item to the thing. Nice, Corinne, to the telescope. And then I just decorated this entire area with kind of a lot of filler stuff. There wasn't a ton of room to add in like a theme to this house, which was a little bit unfortunate, but we do have the lookout in the back, which is pretty cute. So I really just focused on tying it into the theme of the island and making it as forest core as possible. This little two-stack neighborhood, which is right behind the museum for some wayfinding, you'll see it. Hopefully it'll make sense in the entire tour of what we built today. But it was really like weirdly placed because I just didn't really plan for it that much. I like planned out the island when I was like halfway done with the island, and I underestimated, I underestimated how much room some of the other builds would take up. So I had to like really like fit things in as best as I could, and so that's why it's a little bit tighter than maybe it could be. But I do really like how this area turned out. It's really cute. It honestly feels like super like cozy fall vibes, which is super fun. And I like it's cute. Like when you're in the area, it's really cute. Also, I do like how you can overlook and see Eunice's house as well. But the house underneath, like below this house on the level below, I actually turned into a bakery, but I did lose that footage. So you guys will see it at the end in that walkthrough. And literally one of my, like, geez, put a finger down every time I say you'll see it in the end for this walkthrough. I also added one of the cruiser bikes. I think they're very cute. Oh wait, did I keep that there? I don't know if I did. No, I didn't. I was going to say I tried to add one of the cruiser bikes. I tried to add more cruiser bikes on the island, but they just didn't fit, and things were tight. Bo also was very intent on watching me this entire time, so I love that for him. Also, this is the first island that I didn't make a rock garden or a dig spot area. Which is where you basically cover every single spot on the island except for where you want your dig spots to spawn or your rocks to spawn. So that was like kind of nice. It kind of took some pressure off of the whole building process, but I completely forgot that I just didn't do that. But normally I have a rock garden slash dig spot area on every single one of my islands, so if you are interested in that, you can check out one of my other island tours. But basically, the rest of these clips are just me adding path to this little like two house neighborhood, and to the path in front of this house, which eventually gets turned into a bakery. But that is all of the things that I've done and built on the outside of the island, and now we are actually going to move into my house to build the bar, which is something that I've been wanted to build the entire time I've had this island. So I rarely ever focus on interiors on my islands because honestly I'm just not very good at interior decorating in Animal Crossing, which is fine. It's just, it ends up usually frustrating me more than like being fun, so that's why I try not to do it. But for this island I really wanted to challenge myself, and because to go along with like the PNW theme, I wanted to add like a brewery in the on the island somewhere, because that is something that was super big when I visited the PNW in Seattle specifically, is that my brother lived very close to a like honestly like I don't think it's called a brewery district, but that's what it felt like. Literally there was like a ton of breweries all within like 2 blocks of each other, and like it's just all in one area. It was really cool, so I wanted to make sure I added one, and the best way to do it was to actually turn my house into one. So that is what I did. Also, these items, I don't know what they're called, like these big tank items, absolutely iconic for this build, just by the way. Also, what you guys are seeing is the final product of a lot of testing and redoing and ideas and Pinterest for this space. I didn't record all of it and like the actual full process of me figuring out what I wanted to do with the build with the interior, because if I did, the video would be 3 hours long, and I'm not joking. If I do an interior, it takes me about 6 days. I would say it takes me about a full week basically to do the interior, because I end up hating it. And that's why I say I don't like to do interiors that much, because I'm just not that good at it. It doesn't come naturally to me. So, but this whole upper room is I blocked off all the other 3 rooms of the house, and then I made a bar, and then with some bar stools and some little tiny bar tables, which are the barrels. The custom designs are super cute as well. I will have those all linked in the description if you want to check any of them out. I really like the barrel custom designs. I think they're really cute, and they would be fun for like any type of like bar, or like even if you do like a cidery, or like apple cider, or just like a tavern. I think it's really cute. Also, the beer bottles ended up looking really good. That was one thing that I struggled with in this build, was like finding drinks that I wanted to have included in the build. I don't know. It was just like, obviously Animal Crossing isn't a game where like there's like a bunch of different beer or like, like I didn't want it to be like, it was just kind of difficult. So I used the soda cans, I used the champagne flutes, and then I used the bottles. The decorative bottles, I think, is what the name of the actual item is. And then I took them to Harv's, and you turn them into that brown color. But I wanted to spread out all of the drinks. I wanted to make sure there was as many drinks as possible, so it looked like a bar or a brewery. And I spread them all out all over the tables. Also, of course, there's not that many like real places that you can like walk. Like, it's not a very walkable build, but I think it's really cute. Also, I wanted the gyroids to be running the bar and also drinking at the bar, because I love gyroids and I thought they would be very, very cute. So I kind of like spread them all out sporadically throughout the build. Another thing that was really important for me in this build that I thought tied it all together was decorating the walls. And if I am bad at interior decorating, you know what I'm even worse at? Decorating the walls and ceilings of any Animal Crossing build, because I forget. I forget to even get those items, because you don't need them when you're decorating like the outside, right? Because you can't put them anywhere. So this took me a while. I'm not even gonna lie. You guys are seeing the very, very end of me deciding what I'm gonna put on the walls. But the only good thing about this build is that it was kind of like throw anything up on the walls and just like kind of space it out correctly, because I really wanted it to be like that, like chill, like dive bar type of like, like very chill aesthetic. And I really like how it turned out. I kind of just like threw any item that I liked at the wall. That's kind of funny. Threw anything at the wall, but put like all the items that I liked. I did a lot of I don't know what the flags, like the pennant flags. I don't know what the item is specifically called for Animal Crossing, but I call them like the college flags. I'm moving one right there. I really liked those. I took them to Harv's and got them, got all of the variations of it. And then of course I added in like the classic like thermostat and the space heater and the fans. It just added some like fun stuff, like fun little like touches to the build. Also, that bulletin board I thought was super cute too. But I just kind of just threw whatever I possibly could. Also, once again, I am using that coffee item in this room too that I used at the candle making area. It's a coffee item, but you know what? We're gonna pretend it's not. It looks cool, okay? And so that's really all that matters. But yeah, I just wanted to put everything up, make it look homey, cozy. I really like the wallpaper I used in this build, but the bar honestly turned out way better than I thought it would. I have really low expectations when it comes to interior decorating. Oh, these fans also were really cute to add in. Oh, and those shelves as well. Yeah, this stuff The things on the ceiling, the decor on the ceiling really like made the room, and I'm really happy about it. I think that's like my favorite part is the lights and the fans and the shelves and all that. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really cute, and it makes me super duper happy. Now we are moving down to the basement. I wasn't going to decorate any other interiors besides the main room, but you can't block off the basement and the top floor, so I decided to go with it. So what I wanted to do was make a basement, and make it just filled with a bunch of random stuff, and just the most basement you ever did see. I got this idea actually from Liz the Lass a few months ago. I honestly don't even know how far back at this point she made a basement build, and so ever since then I've wanted to make a basement build. So that's exactly what I did. I kind of just threw a bunch of random furniture pieces, and just filled up the space. I don't really know what else to say about this besides that. I do make a section that has like a little like storage shed, and it kind of looks like it could be like a slight like tool like workbench area, a tool area, nice Corinne, just like a workbench area, or like a place where if someone needed to get some type of handiwork done they could, or like a storage access area. But for the most part, I just took every furniture piece that I find interesting and threw it all together, or things that I feel like could possibly be in a basement, like a ladder, or most of it is just extra furniture, but like a ladder, some storage, like a wagon, that old TV, like that fan, like just random stuff, a cooler, because like who keeps a cooler in their like normal everyday kitchen? So yeah, that's basically what I did. I just made the basement, you know what I mean? It was very much giving basement and storage room. So that's what I did. It's super cute, really liked it. You guys will see how it turns out. Like I said, I didn't expect to decorate more than one room, but it did make me really happy doing it. I also, the room at the top floor, you guys will like a lot as well, I think. It was also like really nice to do this and it be like the cherry on top to this entire island. I thought it added a lot, and it will be fun for like if you come visit the island, which of course the dodo code will be included down below, but the island will not be. I'm not going to add the finished, like I'm not going to update the island until I do the final island tour, like I said earlier. But I think this will be something that's like really fun for you guys to go into and hang out in if you are interested. Another really fun thing about this build is I was kind of like Tetris, like it's kind of like a puzzle, like fitting everything together. So it was just like a nice brain break, I guess you could say. Especially after decorating that bar and it being like in the brewery / bar and it being like really important to me. It was nice to just kind of like play Animal Crossing. So, also, super funny story. So one of my friends, I already talked about her. Her name is Lindsay. She just started her Animal Crossing journey, I guess we will say. I mentioned her a little bit earlier in this video. She has been playing the beginning part of Animal Crossing for months now, and I finally played with her and helped her like move forward a little bit on her island progress. She has no interest in decorating. She has no interest in like building this like giant island. All she wants to do is like dig up her fossils, chop her trees, plant some flowers, and just like hang out. And I love it. She doesn't time travel. She is just like a true like playing the beginning of the game how it's meant to be played. And I'm obsessed with it. Like I love playing with her because it's so fun. Like seeing the game through like her perspective. So she actually got puddles. So she built, as of course if you're watching this video, I'm sure you understand the beginning of the game. But if you don't, there's a point where you build 3 houses. You lay down 3 housing kits, and then you build furniture for all 3 of the houses. If you know, you know, of course. And you can either build your hut at that point to find the villagers that are going to move into those 3 plots, or they will autofill. And she autofilled her plots, and she also didn't realize that you can like check the names if you just go up to the plots that say sold, and they'll tell you what name it is or who's moving in. But one day she was just playing on her island, and she was talking to me, and she's like, yeah, this little pink frog just showed up. And I looked at her, I was like, a pink frog? Hello. And if you know anything about me, I love Puddles. Puddles is like one of my top, she's probably like my top 3 favorite Animal Crossing villagers. Yeah, it's like Stitches, Gale, and Puddles, and Scoot. She's like up there. Like, I love her. I spent probably like 8 hours. I spent 3 different lives that were 2 hours or longer trying to find Puddles for my Kid Core Island. And she got her autofilled, and it was so funny because she was like, it was a little pink frog, like, she's so cute. And I was like, I know she's cute, I'm obsessed with her. But it's just like really, really funny to see like all the people that are coming on her island. She also, her autofills were I forget one of them, Cranston maybe, I forget one of them, but no, I'm thinking of someone else. Her autofills were, but it was Eone, not Eone. Dang, what am I saying? Oh, it was Mint. That's what I'm saying. I can't think. Her autofills were Puddles and Mint were 2 of them. And then there was one other one who wasn't bad, because if they were bad, I think I would have remembered that. But like Mint and Puddles as autofills, I feel like are pretty freaking iconic. So I've been like loving her island. I can't wait to see who she gets like in her campsite. I'm like really excited about that. So it's been a good time, and I've been definitely like super into watching her play. But this is the finished basement. Wow, I love wrapping up that story at a good time. As you can see, it's a basement. And the only thing is that I did change the lighting, which you guys will see later. And now we are moving upstairs. So for some reason, once again, I was like playing around. Okay, so I didn't record the beginning part of this build. I was like playing around with it, and then I realized like, oh, I actually really like this idea, so let's stick with it. And so I started recording from there. So basically, I decided that I was going to make like a studio apartment upstairs, like kind of how Luke's has an apartment upstairs of Luke's if you watch Gilmore Girls. But that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to make a full functional apartment with a bed, a kitchen, a little reading area. I wanted all of it. So that's what I did. Also, for this build, I didn't go to any treasure islands. I didn't go to Nooks. I didn't try to buy anything new or collect anything new for the build. So I really just used all the items that I had. But I really like the items that I had, and I think that it turned out really well. Also, I know that it is November now, so Halloween season is over, but I am very sad about it because I love Halloween, but I also am very excited because I love Christmas. I'm just like a holiday girly, I would have to say, and I do celebrate Christmas and Halloween. I was going to say Halloween is not a religious holiday, or it doesn't affiliate with a religion. Obviously, Corinne, hello. Corinne, I'm not even cutting that out. I feel really stupid right now, but we're gonna leave that in. But yeah, I do celebrate Christmas, so happy holidays to whoever celebrates whatever. But I do have to say, it is November, so it is the month of my least favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. You might be saying, Corinne, why is that your least favorite holiday? Also, if you can't tell, I am from America. So I celebrate Thanksgiving. I feel like I would enjoy different countries' Thanksgivings or like versions of Thanksgiving, or I feel like I should stop talking. I feel like I sound really stupid, but not a big fan of Thanksgiving for multiple reasons. But I mean the very generic main reason, like not looking into like the meaning of the holiday or anything like that, would be I don't like the food. So I just skip over Thanksgiving in my mind. I don't really care, and I'm not going to see my family. I don't normally see my family for Thanksgiving. Also, I come from a turkey trot family, so it's not that exciting. And not only a turkey trot family, but a let's just go for a run family. I think I've talked about this on here before. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I did use the Turkey Day rug in the kitchen for this build, but my family is a let's run the morning of every holiday type of family. Even if we don't sign up for a turkey trot, we are trotting by ourselves. We are choosing to trot. But we also do that on Christmas and on Easter and on every other holiday. 4th of July, US of A, America, nice. My birthday. What other holidays are there? Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Arbor Day. We run on every day. And, maybe it'll be like a brisk walk sometimes, but like we do. Like that's what my family participates in. So that's what we subscribe to. So it's not my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, coming back to that. Also, I don't like turkey. And if you don't know, if you're not from America, turkey is like the main thing that you eat on Thanksgiving. Not super into it. Also kind of weird thinking about mass killing like a singular animal for a singular day. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going for that. But, Halloween. That's where I was coming from. I really just went off, though, for a second. But Halloween this year, my costume was my friends and I. We dressed up as the Pixie Hollow Fairies, and I ended up being Tinkerbell, who is not my favorite out of the Pixie Hollow Fairies, but one of us needed to be Tinkerbell, and so I took that option. But I would love to hear your guys' Halloween costumes. If you have, I know, once again, we have past Halloween, but if you dressed up for Halloween, I would love to know your Halloween costume or your favorite Halloween costumes you saw on TikTok. I did see a girl dress up as the gem guy, the gem dog from Webkins. I forgot his name, Curtis, I think, maybe. The curio shop dog, like the gem one. You guys know what I mean. If you know, you know. And I did absolutely adore that, but I think that was my favorite one for the entire Halloween season. But yeah, this is how the build up here turned out, the little apartment. I think it's really cute. I think it's cozy, and it is just like, it's perfect for like what it is. And then I also decided that I wanted to polish some things, shine some things. So I did do that, changed to my shining outfit. But the apartment, I just think it's like cozy. I don't know how else to describe it. And also, I would love to live in the studio apartment. And I like to think that my person runs the brewery downstairs and then lives upstairs in their apartment. And then I shined the guys downstairs, and I changed the lighting for the basement. But you guys will see the final, like, all like with the shinies, like the dusting, whatever, in the final walkthrough. But the basement just turned out so good. The house turned out so good overall. Okay, hello. My voice is still gone, but we are here at Resident Services, and I'm going to walk you through all of the builds that we built today. Hello, Patty. How are you? And it's a lot. It's a lot. So, first off, just for some like wave finding, okay? Because I feel like nothing makes sense. Obviously, I'm at Resident Services. So the 2 neighborhood is that little area to the left. I'll zoom in on it on the editing screen. Please zoom in. That giant patch of path at the very front of the island in front of Resident Services is the farmers market, and then where my house, Nooks and Abel's, is where the shopping district is. So first I'm going to go to this neighborhood, or the 2-house neighborhood, and we're going to see all of this. So we have just the path here. If you go straight back, this is where you head to the actual neighborhood and like Eunice's house. Over here we have Beau's house. This is what I didn't show you when I was building. So Beau is a baker, and it's a whole bakery setup. It's pretty cute. There's some hidden gyroids in the build. I'm a big fan of it. It's simple and easy, and there was space to put it. And then all of this up here is filler area with a few hidden gyroids, but the museum. So this is really the only area that I have for Beau's yard. And then if you go up the ramp, this is our this is Shep's house area. So we just got some filler up here, and then if you go into the back, you have the lookout area of not only Eunice's house, which there she is, but also the telescope, fun times. And then up here, we just have the entrance to Shep's house, which is super simple, but honestly I feel like it's cute in my personal opinion. And now back at Resident Services, we are going to go into the farmers market. So we have this whole filler area, and then we have all of the farmers market stands. So our mushroom stand, our fruit / jam stand, our coffee stand, oh hello Money Spot, our flower stand, our candle making stand, our record stand, which is so cute. I love how this turned out. And then our bakery bread stand. So cute. I'm obsessed with how this turned out. I really like it. I love how all the ideas came together, and it just honestly makes me super duper happy. So I hope you guys like this build as well. And then if we keep going over, we have our little DIY area, and then over the bridge we have our shopping district, where we have Abel's with all of our fun like sewing needs, sewing items. And then we have Nooks with all of the shopping and cardboard boxes items, shopping items and cardboard boxes items. And then we come to the end and we have my house, which is the bar. I added an ATM because I feel like a lot of like sometimes bars have ATMs in them. I don't know, my college bars did. And then this is just kind of like a junk area. And then we'll go into the house. I just realized that I've been holding that shovel the entire time that we've been going through, so I apologize. But we have the bar area, the brewery / bar with our adorable gyroids. I love how this turned out. I think it's really cute. I think all the gyroids look adorable, and just I'm really happy with it. I love that I covered up the entrances, and I just think that it came together really well. And all the little tiny items that I used, and especially like the items on the walls, especially like here, this, hello, oh, Patty. Okay, well Patty's here, I guess. Hold on. Okay, well Patty's just gonna be here. But the items on this back wall I think are really fun, and the signs and everything. And then also, of course, like the little drunk gyroids are probably my favorite. Patty's just gonna hang out here. And then if we go downstairs, we have the basement that I put together. So it's obviously very dark in here, but that's the kind of the point. It's really cute. A lot is down here. I love the happy birthday candles. I just think it's fun that they're lit. Doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. It's just like kind of like a spooky basement, lots of cords, lots of dust. And then this is like the workbench area. Like I feel like it's like a miscellaneous like area that I feel like a lot of people have in their house. I definitely had one growing up. So that's the basement. Bye, Patty. Thanks for joining us on our tour. Special guest appearance. And then finally, we have our upstairs studio apartment, which was last minute, but still adorable. Also, I just figured out, been playing Animal Crossing for how long now, that if you place picked flowers down, they go in a vase like this. And it's my new favorite thing in the entire game. Just want to let you guys know. I had no idea that when you placed individual flowers, they were placed in vases. So, but yeah, so we got the studio apartment. So over here we have the kitchen / dining room. I think it turned out really cute. It's pretty adorable. How many times do I have to say cute and adorable? I also love like the little accents of like the clock and the Thanksgiving crock pot. I just think it looks really cozy. And then we have like a random reading nook shelf. I didn't know what to put over here, I'll be honest. So then we have our sitting area with a sloppy sofa, so cute. And finally we have our little bed nook with the sloppy bed, and it is, say it with me people, adorable. So yeah, that is the entire apartment area, and that is all of the places that we've built today. Well, everyone, with that all being said, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for bearing with me with not posting, being gone forever, building like 4 different builds in one video, and just I appreciate it if you made it this far. Thank you so much if you have, and for watching and for supporting me. I'm really excited to be back making videos again, and I cannot wait to show you guys the completed island of Chance and restarted island very, very soon. Hopefully I will be restarting the island in the next few days. That is my goal. But with that all being said, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Love you. Bye.